Hi, in this video I'd like to speak about the environment and climate change and what Charlottesville can do on this. Obviously, high-level policy about climate change is set at the level of the state and federal government. And so our options and levers in terms of what we can do as a city are somewhat limited, but still there are things we can do. At this sort of higher level of the city, we need to remain committed to what's called the Global Covenant of Mayors greenhouse reduction agreement that was agreed to a number of years ago. Our climate protection program that the city has in process has finished the first phase of an inventory of emission sources, and it's now moving into targets for reductions, and then the next phase will be setting strategies. One of the really cool pieces about the environmental work in Charlottesville is how many committed, not only activists, but professionals that are working for both nonprofits and then people that are working at the university, people that are working at the city and the county. There's just a lot of camaraderie as people are trying to figure out ways forward. So I'm going to just run down a list of some specific ideas about things we can do to help mitigate climate change. None of these are really new with me. They're ideas that are out in the air, so to speak, with this cluster of people that are working on this topic. One of the first things we can do, really, a way that would help, is higher density within the city. As a rule, in general, higher density is less impactful to the planet. We should emphasize redevelopment over new development. We should improve our tree canopy and greenery in general. We should ensure that our new zoning laws are less car-centric. We should emphasize multimodal transportation, as I spoke in a previous video. As to renewable sources of energy, we should incentivize solar panels for both businesses and residences. We should require them on all city buildings. On the other side of the equation, in terms of energy efficiency, for municipal buildings and systems, the first thing that we should do is any new renovation or new building should be what's called LEED certified. I think we should also go through our older buildings and bring them up to Energy Star certification. We should have what's called retro commissioning and improved building automation systems for the HVAC systems in our buildings. That would greatly reduce energy and water use. We should improve our fleet standards, make sure that our cars and trucks that we have are operating as efficiently and fuel efficiently as possible. And then installing LED lighting, not only in street lights, but throughout our buildings. As to energy efficiency for residential and commercial properties, I think, should subsidize energy audits and weatherizing, or at least incentivize those things. Turning to recycling, the city has a pretty good recycling program. One of the things that I would love to see happen is single-use plastics go away, like the forks and the straws and so forth. And so if there's setting a policy or rules that within city buildings those aren't used, I think would be a great start, and that would set an example for the city. I think that there's scope with respect to plastic bags at grocery stores, for instance, and we can't change the law, but we can set sort of positive peer pressure and maybe set up programs that really sort of bring local merchants on board to be part of the solution. And then finally, unfortunately, we're going to need to think about climate resilience. For me, that really turns into storm sewers and things like that, and floodplains, and updating our maps, and being careful when we build new housing developments that they'll be safe in case we have storms and hurricanes and in general. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your time.